Trigonometric identities. Right, it's very important you remember from C2 the following. You must remember sine squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. The other identity you'd have done in C2 is tan x is sine x over cos x. So they are crucial to what we are going to be doing now on this first topic in C3. Right, in C3 you are going to meet some new functions. So the new work for C3 is important. You know that sec x is 1 over cos x, cosec x is 1 over sin x, and cot x is equal to 1 over tan x. A way I remember this is if you're looking at sec, the third letter of sec is equal to the first letter of cos. The third letter of cosec s is the first letter of sine, and the third letter of cot is the first letter of tan. So similarly, if I did them inversely, cos x is 1 over sec x, so the s's. Sin x is equal to 1 over cosec x, and tan x is equal to 1 over cot x. Alright, so sec x, so these are 6 identities you need to know. Okay, so sec x is 1 over cos, cosec is 1 over sine, cot is 1 over tan. So important you learn them 3 facts. Right, there are 2 other identities which we're going to learn, which I have never learnt, I just know how to derive them. I know that sine squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. So I need to eliminate, I want to change this, so I'll remember, first of all I'm going to divide by sine squared x. So if I divide every term by sine squared x, I'm left with sine squared x divided by sine squared x is 1. Cos over sine, okay, whereas you know, if I do it on the side by here, you know that tan is sine over cos. Because you know tan x is sine over cos, 1 over tan x is going to be the same as the other way round, cos x over sin x. And we know from what I just told you that cot x is 1 over tan x. So cot x is equal to cos x over sin x. So because these are squared, cos over sine is cot, so cos squared x over sin squared x is cot squared x. And then 1 over sine squared x, 1 over sine x is the same as cosec x. So that is equal to cosec squared x. So that's one of the identities we're going to be using as well. From there, the other identity you really need to know is if I start again, sine squared x plus cos squared x equals 1. Last time we divided by sine squared x. This time we're going to divide by the second function, cos squared x. So when I divide by cos squared x, sine squared x divided by cos squared x is tan squared x. Cos squared x divided by cos squared x is 1. And then 1 over cos squared x, okay? 1 over cos is sec. So 1 over cos squared x is sec squared x. So before we move on now, it's very important you know the following. Okay? You must know the sec x is 1 over cos x. Cosec x is 1 over sine x, and cot x is 1 over tan x. And you also need to know that 1 plus cot squared x is equal to cosec squared x, and tan squared x plus 1 equals sec squared x.